If you're wondering what TTP means, it's time to penis. Okay. Well, you certainly have a good view over this. And penises. Like, imagine if some space exploration mission found a supposedly inhabited planet and found something like this. Do you think government would allow NASA to show it? Most likely not, because governments are like that. There's always the lingering question which you always have to ask. Is it good to find life in the universe, or is it bad? Like, it would be good for the fact of, like, you are not alone in a giant empty space of existence. But at the same time, the chances that this other life is either extremely primitive, aka like just bacteria and so on, which could potentially wipe out the entirety of humankind, or there's also a good chance you might encounter a civilization that is far more advanced than us, and basically as paranoid as humans, and would basically erase our existence, because they would fear that we would erase them. Yeah. So I would say it's not so easy, right? I mean, if you want good examples, just look into the history of humankind. How many civilizations did fight wars and conquer each other just because they didn't understand each other? Just because they thought like they were superior? I mean, like, I think there is a much higher probability that we would find a planet with collapsed civilization like this than a planet with actual living civilization. Yes, there is even a good chance that Mars is like this, except that, like, assuming Mars had a civilization, but it is gone since a very long time, so therefore you would maybe find hints to that civilization, but it would be deep underground because it has been so long. Then again, we haven't explored the entirety of Mars anyway, and mostly we have explored only the surface. But since we have actual facts that there is water on Mars, there is a chance. There's also a chance that there is absolutely zero life outside in this giant space of the universe, and we just had the insanely almost impossible chance to spawn life on Earth because everything was perfect. I don't want to say perfect, but like, it had the most possibility to spawn life, and we kinda did. We don't know. It's one of those questions that might never get answered. If there was on Mars, we would have already found it, because sands move a lot and some architecture would reveal. Depends how long. You also have to consider that a lot of space debris falls on Mars. Like, if you had it long enough, and most of the construction and buildings were basically lying flat on the ground or have eroded away, and then more debris and stuff falls on the surface of Mars, at some point it would be within the crust of the planet. basically the same thing that happened to dinosaurs. Like, at some point, dinosaurs existed, then they died, and their bones went down into the crust of the earth. We only know because of them, because we found them in the earth, or we were very lucky to find one of the small fractures of dinosaurs above ground. It's really hard to say. It's all just a theoretical thing to think about. It's a philosophical thought. It's hard to tell. And guess how people found the fossils at first? You can find fossils at erosion spots. Yeah. That's that. It's like, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know which one I would rather want. An actual civilization to be found, or do I rather want them not to be alive, but maybe have a proof of another civilization? I think the latter is a little bit more comforting. It's like basically watching science fiction, right? One side of science fiction goes like, great, there are other races and planets and species that exist in the entire universe, and they either just have war with each other, or they get along, or both. And then there are other visions of science fiction where it goes like, no. Here's another species from another planet, and they just go around and eradicate everything they see because they fear that they could potentially become an enemy. Which would describe humanity very well. I think, when I think about it, I think Warhammer 40k has a pretty good idea how humans are represented in science fiction. Like, the Ultramarines and all of that is like, it's a pretty good direction, right? It's a direction you do not really want it to go, but it is extremely reflective of humankind. This is very interesting here. Despite me rambling on about universe and civilizations. Okay, let's see. Yes, sex happens. You get children. Also, that happens. Birth. This one is a little bit weird. Basically like taking the heart of women or men. I don't know. Oh, no, that's a man, apparently. And here we have... This is even more strange. What is this? Is this like, we are feeding you and taking your heart, and this is like we feeding you and taking your babies? Potentially. Look up. There's the light. Look, it's heaven. Ah, where up? That? Or do you mean this? Okay. That looks very human. Also very human. Wow. That's not crucifixion. That is from Vikings. That is the spreading eagle, which is a extremely terrifying punishment Vikings did to others. This is more religious. So is this. Their brains just got out. Hive mind. More or less, yes. Ah, it's better. I see. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I claimed the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind claim to your flesh as if it will not decay and fail you. One day, the cooled biomass that you called a temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved, for the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnisia. You know, that text almost could be coming from Yakmoth from Magic the Gathering. That literally sums him up very well. Where did you get that text from? Yeah, the spreading eagle is a horrifying thing. So their brains basically came out, and now we have like an outside brain. Like synapses, brains. There's something down there. It's a civilization about birthing things? Like just birth? A combination of machine and beings to ascend to a higher existence? And that's the explanation why the civilization failed. The biomass withered. Text is from Warhammer. Ah, okay. That is in relation to which faction in there? Because it doesn't sound like Ultramarines. Despite that I know Ultramarines are like genetic engineered to be super soldiers. I have not much knowledge about Warhammer. Again, like the spreading eagle, like, I see. Okay, so basically they unified this. Now men can get pregnant. The mind and our eldritch overlord is now feeding on our mind. Something like that. I can't actually go there. That's funny. From the side, it seems to be accessible. I like actually the text in Warhammer where they said like they stopped to believe in religion, which is kind of funny. They stopped believing in religion and instead they dropped it, looked to the stars, and embraced science instead. But it's kind of funny because this is a text related to the ultramarines and Earth, where I'm saying like, okay, kind of funny because like you have units in your army that are religious, but it's, I think, like science religion, something like that. That's why I felt this game more as a virtual art exposition than an actual game. Yeah, and it is, let's face it. Like, sure, it has gameplay, it's interactive, but it's mostly like walking through, like you said, a virtual art exposition. Oh. Dark abyss. Yeah, you cannot go there. It's broken the staircase. Oh. So you can do this. So what? Blood. Blood for the blood god. Okay, I have to do something with that. The thing is, Warhammer is quite interesting. But I also know that the entire lore and so on is really like complicated, and to most part, like if you read like the novels to it, it's a lot of scrambled, a lot of plot holes and info holes and so on. As someone said who vividly read novels regarding to Warhammer, and I kinda can understand that. Well, the parasite has an arm inside of me and is holding my healing and ammunition pot. I noticed that. The gun and the other arm is mine? So to say? I could be wrong? Maybe? By my knowledge, the parasite's arms and skin is reddish and mine is pale. Ah, you said stuff. Yes, I know. The stuff holding parasite. Yeah, I noticed that. Sorry, I read it like is holding your gun. And I was like, no. So yes, you're right. Yes, I noticed that. Of course. Blood powering machines. That makes a lot of sense. I. I see. It's the freezer for our next wonderful barbecue. Delicious. Well, hello there. How are you doing? Okay. It's an actual exoskeleton? or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna need that core for that guy. I just don't understand why I would do that. Do that. I'm getting heals. I never had like this heal thing full. Never. And yet I saw there is still blood in there. Of course. That's what happened to Voldemort. That makes sense. Oh, ammo. Can I put that back? They're all the same beautiful face. I hope the game doesn't want me to build my own boss before I have to defeat it. Because that would suck. Oh, Voldemort. You look stressed. Do your own do your own boss. It's like an IKEA boss, right? Is this good? Is this bad? Should I be scared? What just happened? Oh, that happened. Okay. Oh, I see. That's why we need our self-made boss. That makes sense, of course. Better question. How do I get this boy out? Do I need to give you some legs? Do you need some legs? We have some legs. We have some exquisite legs, actually. Some more or less decayed, but... Are you more the dancing type, or are you more the trail runner? This is very important to know. Okay. Actually, why are there two pots? That's my next question. Like, why are there two pots? Is there a reason for this? Am I just going to push this pot into this pot? No. drop it here? No? Okay, do I backtrack? That the idea? Oh no, this. Well, maybe not. I'm confused. There would be space for this then. Doesn't let me. That's a problem. Whee! I'm just throwing it down. Like, okay, sure. Okay, Okay, I need this battery thing, I think. Here? I would say. But then again. Okay, I'm overlooking something. Okay, so you have battery. I have no actual input here. Do I need to give you an incentive? No, the game is basically doing its usual thing. But that actually hurts you. How strange. Okay, you literally know this? Okay, this gun sometimes opens things. This is connected to those things. Like this. What do I overlook? I already poked him like 3 times. He seems to have a lot of fun. Could poke this. Oh, there we go. What is this? A Marvel villain? Okay. Okay. But but why? That's my next question. Why? It's strange how the other eye is gets some light up for red. It's like, why though? Is it a failure? Is this just testing? See, you're doing it right, Davamir. And now I can do something with the baby. But when I had nothing in my hands, I couldn't do anything. Right. Would you like some baby? Okay. Ah, so instead of making this thing without legs, like sitting there, we just put dead babies on it. That's the idea? Are we putting dead babies on this? Is that the idea? No? No? We're just putting dead babies back here? No? Are we going back and feed baby to machine? Is that the idea? Is the machine hungry? Is this machine hungry? Needs some baby? Ah, I see. It needs some baby. Of course. There we go. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Ah, fresh baby juice. We energized our battery with fresh baby juice. Ah. That makes, of course, sense. I mean, it's fresh, it's young, it's far more powerful and potent. So what are you going to do with the fresh baby juice? Uh-huh. I see. Is that a flower? Did just a flower come out of their head? I can't directly really see. It's like a flower with a worm in the middle. Huh. So we are making more baby juice? I have an empty one. I don't think I can go back, make a second baby juice ampoule, right? Because I cannot go in there. It's just accepting this? Okay, sure. Sure, why not? More baby smoothie, thank you. If you're offended by dark humor, I'm sorry for you. But this baby resists. Resisting baby. This is doom. This is doom now. Hi. What the heck? You cannot just have a grenade launcher. Really? Grenade launcher? I see your weak point, but you need to stand still. Otherwise... How am I supposed to hit your weak point. I see. Okay, so you have downtimes. That's good to know. Okay, it only works if it's like outside. But how do I make it go outside? You have to switch weapons? Is that the idea? But Hi. Yes. Yes. No. Maybe. But there's the downtime when it reloads. That's the thing. I see. Could you? You? Okay, phase 2. Now comes the next question. I don't see any red weak spots. At least they don't explode even if they touch my face in the first place. No. You're supposed... Ow! What the heck? Let's see. So, the weak point remains. One, two. Okay, not yet. More. Oh, actually, for the first time, made damage when in my face. I expected a phase 3. Now it's the weapon itself? Potentially? No, too much. Is it too much? Is it not too much? It was too much. Okay. Another weapon? Now we are charging. How about you not charging me? Aggressive, aren't we? How about no? You have to reload at some point. Ow. Well done. You do not possess infinite ammo in this gun. You need to reload at some point. Maybe I just have to make you charge. There is a possibility. Hopefully. The other thing is, maybe I just need to shoot you. Potentially. What is this? It's a game? Sure. Okay. That didn't help. Okay. I'm running out of ammo. It is not good. I mean, I have big boy gun. I'm clearly doing something wrong. It charged me the first time, and it did a secondary charge. And I think I need to make it charge. Otherwise... Okay, it has no ammo anymore. So I need to attack from the back? What exactly does the game want me to do? That window is so short. How am I supposed to do that? Like, that charging window is so short. Like, how are you supposed to do that? You're already busy dodging. Yeah, great. This is crazy. That charging window is crazy short. Are you done with those? No? Are we done with those things? Of course it takes more than one shot. Because why not? Right? Why does it take more than one shot? Is it Zelda? Is it going to be you need three hits? Because last time it took like one hit to hit baby. Ow! How did you even hit? Are we done now? Are we done with guns? At least for now. For now, we are done with guns. Now we need chargers. We need chargers. Can't believe this. I basically cannot beat this boss. I have like 3 shots left and they all need to hit. I can only hope he needs 1 more shot. You're not done with those. 1 more? What happens if you run out of ammo? What then? What are you going to do then? Just die? Retry? Charge me? Charge me? Okay, you don't want it. I saw that. Of course it's a 3 hit, right? Why would it be anything else? No, it's not a 3 hit. Jeez. Give me that. Now I have a granite launcher, which doesn't make me happy. I'm not happy having a granite launcher, to be honest. I also don't like that I have now baby in hand, because all I wanted to do is going back here and be like, maybe I can... No, I cannot. What about people who might have not used all of that? They will be forced to leave the room and not able to come back. Well, it's time for baby party. Smoothie time. Why would we build a machine like that? Oh, you still could do it, but it's only halfway filled. Right, because there was a 3rd baby. Oh, hi Parasite. How are you doing? Ah, stealing my life. I see. And now I can only use the granite launcher? Of course. What happens if you happen to have the first weapon in before this happens? Permanently locked to the first weapon? Is that the idea? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I love that. Like, no healing, nothing. Open this because we can shoot something, apparently. Hi. Sorry about that. Here's the thing. Can you be a nice baby, please? Would you be so kind to be a nice baby? Most likely not, since I only have the grenade launcher. Of course. So it's gonna be a grenade launcher battle of the century. Except he has like better aim and can shoot more than me. Here's my next problem. Ow. I have no ammunition. What I'm going to do now? What am I going to do now? Am I just waiting for him to reload? Oh? I saw that. Yeah. Okay, cool. I need to aim before I can shoot. Three. Come on. One shot. One shot? Okay. One shot. I'm taking that. Yeah, I was wondering what's going on, and then I noticed. But thank you for the hint. Why are these babies differently defensive? Like, one baby is like, I poke in your eye, and it's like, ow, I'm dead. Then there's other baby who's like, I'm a tank. And then there's this baby who's like, well, yes, I die. So strange. Oh, hi, Parasite. You know, I would be more happy if you were a symbiont instead of Parasite, because then you wouldn't try to kill me. Which would be beneficial more for me and you. I have the ample. Why are you not putting it in? What? I took it with me, right? Yeah. Excuse myself? What do you mean you can't do it? You still can hold it with your left. You still can use your left hand. You can. I'm right-handed, so therefore I can only put objects into other objects with my right hand. Yes, of course, that makes perfect sense. I haven't been here yet. Oh, great. Can't use that? That's crazy. Crazy talk, I say. It's one way of solving things. That I can use. So, what are you going to implement this time into my hand? Sure. What now? I just die? Or I go into the light? What? What? I don't even know what I got implanted into my hand. Why did this happen to me? I don't understand. It's so weird. More of this? Oh, I see. We are removing it. And then we keep getting killed. And then I die. I see. How did the developer intended to do this? Like, yes, free yourself from the... I hope you're... Okay. So, free yourself from the parasite. Here are machines to do so. Well, tough luck. I guess you have low life and therefore you cannot solve this problem. Right. Oh, baby. I forgot. See? Look where it last saved. Like, all the way back here. Like, why? I swear. Okay. Okay. So, we're doing... Baby smoothie again. Then we go here, get a scripted event of us gaining more death. We notice we cannot use that machine because of reasons. So what if I don't use the machines for now? What if I go and do this? Do that. Open myself a gate there. Not touching that machine. Or was it this machine? No, this is just giving me ammo. I see. even my character's like, oh, I can't even get ammo. So here we are. Do ignore the machines for now. We would love to use our remote control, but we cannot. Ah, a healing station I didn't see. Which means I'm going to nom some of that. So now I literally can go back. Maybe there's a 5 over there. Just curious first. Like, yes, we cannot open 5, I'm aware. Just curious what this is. Okay, we cannot use that. We first need to do the other thing. Okay. Now that we have some healing at least, we can, well, destroy our arm. Lovely as usual. Now it drains some life. Does it just keep going because I didn't go into the light? No. Maybe it did. Okay. Cannot use this. Can I use this now? No. Fine. Let's do this again. Okay. Good thing we have opened this. So the idea is use that machine to temporarily have your arm back. Okay. Whatever that is. Okay, you are doing this. We're going on top of this. Guess the idea is bouncing without killing myself. Preferably. How did this how did this explode here? It was going all the way over there. Oh, which is basically where I need to shoot. As I just saw. Don't you love traffic? And then I don't have any more. Are you kidding me? You cannot reload because... Oh... Are you kidding me? So the game is telling me, yeah, well, go die, you idiot. Great system. Okay. So we need to shoot them. Which brings us to this machine, which would give us 5. Which I cannot use, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Thank you, game. Which means I have to do this again. And then I run this machine and get my 5. Next thing is we need to open gate 5, which is there. Of course, there's no torture device there. We also need to use this, which is most likely doing things. So, here goes my last heal. Can't wait to die again to this glorious feature. Let me move. Oh, lovely. Now that machine reminds me of something. You know, it's not easy making a game that basically when you look at it, it feels like a painting. To some degree, Dark Souls manages to do that, or Elden Ring. But this game certainly does. So hello there, I see. I need my arm for this to kill myself. How am I even going to do that? Like, I have no idea if I actually can use this machine. And I'm not sure if I even have the ability to reach this room from over there. I don't know if I have enough. Can I? I mean, I basically ran here, used it, got slowed down, of course, and then I walked in. Potentially it's enough time? Maybe. Stop staring at your hand. Go, 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 go. Keep going, going, going. Okay. Oh, lovely. Oh, self-operation. Okay, sure. That was a good question. What am I even going to grab? What is the specific goal? The specific goal, grab the head? Is that the idea? Catchment. Right. I'm sure my character is fine. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. There are no holes in my body or my back. Well, maybe my entire back is missing. It's fine. I cannot go back there. I have this. I guess I have to go here, which is most likely an elevator. How is your weekend going? Well, my insides are out, so pretty good. I mean, sure. It's not like you're gonna catch an infection or anything with that. This is a sterile planet. There's nothing to fear. Everything is going to be alright. It's just a flesh wound. It's fine. See, everything is fine. Can I actually run? No, I can't. I can only walk. Only walking. Say goodbye to penis man. Say goodbye to birthing woman. Say goodbye to other penis man. And third penis man. Say goodbye to cake. Though cake is good. Say goodbye to naked people. More cake. Holding. Oh no. But here we are, the hive mind, and we brought some barbecue. Let me see. Was this way, I think? Was it? No, it was the other way, right? This is the broken stairs. Yeah. How are you holding up, Davimir? Are you fine? Are you enjoying the show? In before we basically rebirth ourselves from this this breeding ground. Fluid flowing within. Okay, so we finally made it. We are here. We bring forth pregnant things. Spread eagle people. Which, by the way, is not fun at all. Like this here is like spreading eagle. And here we are, at the Blood Queen, something like that. Blood Queen, maybe. We cannot use this. Ah, I see. More sex. Okay. Oh. More hive mind. Okay. Okay. What? 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 Not use that. We need to use that. We need to use that, but what am I missing? So you want me to open the door and then at this speed walk forward? Okay. Chug it. Sounds logical. Right. Right. I also cannot use my weapons. That is kinda a problem. Okay, I'm missing something. What could it be? What could it be? Maybe I just press this button there. From the other side. I didn't... Or maybe I'm just... Can I actually interact here? No. Can I interact here? No. Here? No. Okay. Oh, of course, yeah. All right. He's the example. Like, use my exoskeleton. Oh, I see. We're doing surgery. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, we open our skull. That's our skull gone. Okay, that's part of our brain. Perception beyond. Okay. We are now part of the hive mind. Right. Okay. We are now one of those. I see. You know, bro, I kinda need this body later on, I think. This looks rather painful. Uh-huh. You're cutting like the same spot over and over. That's not really helpful. Okay, regardless, do I have to control two people at once, huh? I guess that's the idea. You tell me I can switch, but you do not tell me how I can switch. That's the difference. Okay, so I'm going to put one of them here. How do I switch? E. Right mouse button. Left mouse button. Hold left mouse button. Hold right mouse button. Hold E. No. How do I switch? Ah, with spacebar. Of course. It told me that. Stupid me. So that was the goal of the game. Reach the sucker. I don't know. The goal is still here. I mean, this guy has fun, like, going inside me. So... Ah, yes. Okay, so I cannot do that. So I use this body to go back into my body? I mean, nothing against getting into my body, right? Sure. Hi, that's me. I didn't know I had no mouth. I didn't know that. Okay, apparently his arm is still getting on with me. It's like he's not stopping. It's like, yes. Is this part of this? It's like you need to constantly inflict pain to the original body, otherwise you cannot do the hive mind thing. Is that the idea? Okay, I see. I have to put my own body on the switch. That makes sense. Look at this. Look. Look, I have this wonderful tool here. I keep stabbing myself. Like, I don't know why, but I assume the pain is helping. So I assume I put myself on here? Is that the idea? Now I use this boy. So I'm not having the tool. So I'm going to steal the tool from this boy? Hi. Looking for a tool. You got one? No? No? So I know my character has those tools. I'm more amazed about the fact that I could have, that I got carried from over there to here, and it seems like this is like magnetically attached. How did your guy get them? Oh. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was this machine that I was really sad about, that I didn't have it. Could use this machine. But good idea. It helped. Thank you. You know, it's a small detail, but I like that the person who's carrying me and keeps stabbing me has 1 foot higher on the contraption there than the other. Like, I'm glad they did that. So back to stabbing me. What a nice place. Hmm. Lovely. I mean, from planet to strange factory to strange creatures to people worshipping themselves as baby makers and cutting themselves up to, I don't know, this? The void is now alive? There's the strange flesh flower. There's my ex-parasite. It, okay. You know, I shouldn't complain. This guy, parasite, whatever, you get a friend forever. And it rhymes. So I did all the travel until I reached Void Portal. And the parasite still is like, I want a hug. Hmm. Right. I guess it's back into the flesh pit. Alright, I become a sculpture in front of the portal. Fascinating. And that's basically the point where most people would get very angry because everybody always wants a sunshine and cookie happy end, but then you don't get it. And you're like, why did I even play this game? And to some degree, that's justified to ask. But then again, did you really expect a happy end in this kind of game? I don't think so. That was kind of a sudden end. Expected a little bit more, maybe? But it is what it is. Well, not gonna complain. Yes. Let's see. Whoop. Okay. I feel like it's better than let's see. I feel like it's better that you did not get to wherever the portal leads, because you would likely spread the corruption of this dead world further. Yes. But even then, you could have made it the end of like, and you enter the portal, everything when is going white or black and dark, and then nothing. But it basically would do the same thing. Like I'm not disappointed by the ending. It just felt a bit like, and here's the ending. It felt a little bit rushed. It's certainly not rushed, but it gives you this slight feeling of it feels like rushed. So let me look at. I have 11 out of 12 achievements. Yes. Strangely enough, I missed one. But I think every achievement was basically hidden, so you wouldn't really know. It's probably something very specific. It's very specific because, you know what? They named every achievement by number. They named every achievement by number, and I'm missing 001. So I missed basically the first achievement. For whatever reason. Probably it is what you asked me for. Maybe it's save this pot person. Something like that. I can only assume. I think it fits. Nothing in that world escaped the inevitable corruption, and so did you. Yeah, it fits. It does. So let's have a look at those achievements that are scrambled. So since I'm missing the very first achievement, how is that actually even going? How is this going? This, then this, then this, this. You know what is really strange? Hi there, Pitsune. How are you doing? We just finished Scorn. You know what's funny? I wonder because the game is pretty open in the beginning that you can miss things, but it's strange because it feels like every chapter gives you an achievement when you proceed, or let's say when you finish a section. And here's the funny thing. So I have 002, which is the second achievement. 54% of players have this achievement. Now get this. 003, the next one. 61% of players have this achievement. I'm have questions now. How is it possible that people passed 1 and 2 and came to 3, and suddenly at 3 we have more people, but in 1 and 2, I assume in 1, we have less? How does that work? Unless the game was built around the idea in the beginning that you could get further to 4 by choosing two different kinds of ways, something like that. But this is a first. Like, I've never seen something like this. Ever. It's so strange. Thank you, bot. You can now stop with that warning. It's so weird. So yes, at the end I look at the achievements because it always tells me like how did players play this game? How many players actually started the game having it in their library? And how many people went through the game and how many people actually finished the game? So the numbers are, apart from this strange anomaly between 2 and 3, I would say, because I have not the first achievement, I would say probably around 70% of people actually started the game. But it is good to see that it is like a soft falling line throughout the game, except between 5 to 6. 5 is 53.2%, and 6 is 35.5%. So there was quite a steep drop there. Detachment station to station, I remember that. Ah, the lowermost point, yes. Path forward constructed. Ah, I guess until 5. I think until 5 it was like the first area, and then you needed to proceed there because it was so open-ended. Maybe that. I'm not entirely sure where 6 belongs to. I don't remember that exactly. But yeah, so around in the middle of the game, there was a major drop. Like almost half the players dropped out. And then it gradually goes down. So, and the end is 27.7% of players have finished the game. That is within the expected margin of indie games so far, at least those I played. So that's not so surprising. I'm almost more surprised that it is not lower. Considering that the game got a lot of negative backlash. Not really justified, but it had it. So yeah. So let's see. Let's see. Um what to say about this game? Basically, I remember when it first was presented to me in some teaser trailer, I was looking forward to this game. I was like, hey, nice. It's in the HR Giga style, an entire game. And yes, at that point, I also liked the idea that it was like some kind of shooter. And it also teased like you have the choice. You do not have to fight. You can often decide not to fight because it's better. Yes, that came back then from the teaser. Something like that. But then it went into development, and at some point it had like a release expectation time frame, and then of course we also had the 3 non-existing years that happened. This is also a game basically made by one person. It's interesting, there's like no credits at all. It's like none. I'm curious. Scorn. Yes, scorn is a word. I know. Crazy. App software. Uh, Serbian developer app software. Development. Let's see. Founded in the developers claim to being into world as such. Blah 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 blah. They also. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 They did Kickstarters twice. PC, Xbox. Create or Kickstarter update just today. Okay. It doesn't really say. It says like it's a development studio, but it doesn't tell me like how many people work there. There's certainly a director there. Let's see. This is the official page. Maybe they are friendly enough to tell me about software. Yes. Yes. Okay. App Software has 50 full-time members, as well a number of freelance artists. 50. That is big already for a small studio. 50. That's interesting. That's that's interesting. So their development studio, they have 50 people in there, and yet it took them 2 Kickstarter rounds, a backlash because of the delay, and yet they had this game like 5 years in development, if not even more, with 50 people. That's kind of weird. I mean, I excuse the part of the pandemic. Like that's of course understandable. It's a little bit unfortunate. But with 50 people who could work all from home, it's weird that the game took this long. When I see like other people who basically work alone, if not in a small team of a bunch of people, like 3 to 5, And they managed to actually bring out the game in 3 years. That is surprising. I wouldn't expect that from a studio like that. Strange. Boop. Kinda surprising. Okay, let's go over this. The game is having an amazing atmosphere. The atmosphere in this game is just real spot on. It's really good. It feels like you're playing painted, painted like giant, like giant paintings. It feels like walking through 3D giant paintings. Yeah, some games take a while. That is correct. And I think they most likely went back and forth to the drawing board to make the atmosphere of the game extremely on point. And I get that. It's just a bit strange when you have 50 people in your team and it still takes like 5+ years to finish the game. That's just a bit weird. Like in comparison, similar looking games like this, maybe not as strong in atmosphere as this game, in much smaller teams, are finished in less time. So that's why I'm a bit surprised. So the atmosphere is amazing. The sounds are amazing. They are fitting. They make you always feel uncomfortable. You're always looking around, expecting some enemies or something like attacking you. So that's good. It keeps you on your toes, but it also has very pleasant sound effects to the ear. So props to that. The soundtrack is also extremely fitting. I think when you listen to the soundtrack on its own, it will not feel like as impactful as when you play the actual game with it, despite that the music is not often played. What else? So the game is basically mostly walking around. There are some puzzles in the game, especially in the beginning. The puzzles reduce themselves later in the game. Then there are guns, there are enemies. I feel like the introduction of like first having more a focus on puzzle games and the environment and not really enemies is good, and then partially start to introduce harmless enemies, and then like one threatening enemy, and then the next one is good. So the pacing of introduction of enemies is really good. And yeah, I think because the game is partially open ended, like throwing yourself into an environment, not really giving you hand holding and saying, like, this is the correct direction, more like, please explore and find out where you need to go. It will be obvious when you find it. When you find it. is okay. Is okay. I had points where I got lost, where I wasn't exactly sure where to proceed, especially in the maze section of the game, where I felt like I lost half an hour to an hour by just going back and forth and trying to find the correct way, which I felt was a frustration point for myself. Despite that, the game basically showed me to some degree what I should do, but not exactly where. I think personally, I feel like I personally feel like the game would have needed a bit better balancing with healing. The healing is very scarce, which makes some sections of the game not a lot of fun, especially when you are already dealing with the fact that you randomly will encounter scripted events that take like almost a whole bar of your life, especially even more mocking when you basically get like finally some healing. You walk away from the healing station, and the first thing you are greeted with after healing is losing health because the parasite decides again to take some life from you. And it's like, well, gee, thank you. Finally, you give me some healing, and in return, I take some free damage. Cool. So, yeah. Also, ammunition is not often in the game. Like, it's more like an uncommon to rare event to find ammunition. In the beginning, this is in the beginning it felt more like a frustration point, especially like with the combination of the rare healing items you find. That you're like, here we are, and there are enemies, and I have to get rid of enemies because if I don't do it, I will die because I need to do a puzzle. So there wasn't a choice of like, oh, I'm just skipping enemies so I can do this puzzle. And it was like literally forcing you to deal with the enemies. And that is not fun when you are so low on life that you basically only can take 2 hits before you die. Especially when you did overlook that there is a new weapon for you there that you can use. So that's that. So some panels and some stations I would have preferred to have like some kind of form of hint that they exist, but they are so well made and built into the environment that you have a tendency to overlook them. I mean, I understand it from an artistic standpoint that you want it to look like part of the environment, but I would have preferred for the gameplay to have some form of hint. Oh, here's a panel. Oh, here you could potentially get a new weapon. Like, it doesn't need to indicate, is it a weapon upgrade? Is it this? Just some form of making the player notice of it. Because when you are in the situation of like, I have the choice. I can now run and hope for the best, or I try to fight this, but in the whole battle, I'm just glad that I survived the battle and I move forward, overlooking this station, which is like next to me, but it looks like part of the environment. So, yeah, I think the balance should have been. You know what? The best compromise in this would have been having the option to tick on a slight hint system. Like, I don't care. Like a glow, a blinking something that could like hint that you could interact with this thing that looks like part of a wall or a railing. Like as an option, like as a check option. So activate hint system, something like that. So the players at least have the choice of using it or not. I think that would have been the best compromise because you wouldn't betray your mission of making your atmospheric, good looking game and also say, like, okay, we understand not every player is having the same experience as we think they would have. So we give them the option to have a hint system if necessary. Yeah, there are markers there, but they show only up if you're literally standing one step apart from them. But that's the problem. That's nice, but if I don't pass next to them near enough, I will not see the marker. That's the problem. Like the markers are not like showing up when you're standing there 5-10 feet away. They don't. You have literally to be in arm's length, something like that, to see the markers. If I remember correctly, of course. It's like, as far as I remember, it was like that. Or if maybe it's a bit exaggerated, as example, maybe it's a little bit more distant than that. But then don't forget, there's the other part which I mentioned, like literally, if you're like stressed if you are like stressed through the environment, you're overlooking it. You saw that, like when I missed basically that staircase. Even better, when I basically missed the input device that I had to use to actually proceed in the maze. Like I missed it twice, right? Like the first time I didn't even notice it was there. And second time I basically missed it again because I was busy with enemies. And then I was like, oh, because perchance I looked into the direction. So it's parts like this where I feel like an option to make like something blink or like nothing too crazy. Not like here's a arrow pointing there. Nothing like that. I almost can point you to Hop, which has like, oh, here's a handle, which indicates that you can move this object, which I also overlooked, despite that they had the glowing handle animation. But even something subtle like that would have helped, at least sometimes. Also, the saving situation in the game is not the greatest. Like I don't want the game to save my location like every other room. I don't ask for that, but I had this several times in the game where I basically died and it was like, oh yeah, here, I set you back basically half a area. Enjoy. Except it's not fun. It's just stupid. Even more so, it respawns you and is like, oh yeah, you reloaded the weapon after I made this save point, right? So have fun running around noticing that your weapon wasn't reloaded and you cannot shoot, and you die. Happened to me as well. So I wish the save system would be a bit more forgivable, so to say. Because when you like doing things and you die to some stupid thing, and you have to do like another 1 to 2 minute run up, so to say, until you go back to the point where you died, is a bit harsh. Especially if it happens several times. So yeah, I wish the save points were a little bit better strewn about in the game. Um, but yeah. So I say there are very little, there are very few things I would criticize about the game, but most likely none of them were any of the complaints people had with the game itself. And like I said, it's like this is more meant as an experience game. Experience the game because it just wants to throw you into a strange world where you have no idea what's going on and just experience the environment and make your own conclusions what is going on, because there's no real explanation apart from the explanations the devs will give you. And apparently they explained a few things of the game. And yeah, in general, I had fun with this game. I would say like it was well time spent. I enjoyed it. Apart from a few downsides, I personally feel like they could have been done better. But if you like this kind of gameplay and the visuals and the environment, and you can overlook like some of the downsides, then you have a good game to play. And it took me 9.2 hours. So I would say like 9 hours, because sometimes I had some break in the game, so I would say like around 9 hours to finish it. And I took my time, and sometimes I had to replay certain sections. And everybody plays a little bit different. It's like if you are more focus minded, you probably would be able to finish this game between 5 to 7 hours, I would say, like an estimate. But I think most people probably take a same like me, like 9 hours, 9, 10 hours, something like that. So yeah, would I recommend this game? Yes, but I would also mention the downsides, without spoiling, of course. But I would at least warn them and say, like, just expect that this could happen. But if you can deal with this, it's a good experience to play. So yeah, that's basically what I would say to this game. So thank you for listening to this conclusion of the game. Bye bye.